Welcome back to the Begin Within Health Show. I am your host, Nate Slegger, and today we've got our bonus episode coming at you for the week. These we have available on Tuesday. Thursdays, we've got our longer episodes. And today what I want to talk about is the power of schedule. This one is huge. This one, I'll probably be back on one of these bonus episodes talking about again really, really soon. But this one comes from a question that I get quite often to when should I do this or that? When's the best time for me to eat breakfast? When's the best time for me to work out? And I will say that I could give probably a scientific answer based on all the research that I've done, but here's the answer that I would rather give. When can you do it? When does it work best for you? What I found is, over the years, I've done intermittent fasting. I've tried working out at different times a day in order to get better results, in order to make it fit into a certain plan that I was trying out. But what I have found works the best is to do the thing at the time of day when you can make sure that you get it done. I know that sounds too simple, right? It just sounds too simple. The main thing is consistency, right? That's the idea. It's the workout that I do that has the most benefit. It doesn't matter so much what time of day I do it. I guess that's my philosophy. That's my way of thinking about it. It doesn't matter if I do it in the morning, fasted. It doesn't matter if I do it at night before dinner. It doesn't matter if I do it after dinner. It doesn't matter if I do it after breakfast. As long as I'm doing it, that's the main thing. And before, I guess maybe that does feel like too simple of an answer. I was going to say before you tell me that's too simple of an answer, I want to, tell you a little bit more about my philosophy on it, because we can say, well, you have the most energy at this time of day or that time of day. I would say this: do it when it fits in your schedule the most easily. Do it when it's easiest for you to do it. And if that is based on your energy levels, great. Because some people I work with, they just tell me, like, no, I absolutely can't work out at this time or that time of day. I have to work out at this time of day because of my body. For example, if I'm working out with a client who has arthritis, mornings for many are very, very difficult. It's hard to get going. So I can't ask them to get out of bed and work out, right? They need some time later in the day. That generally, those clients are feeling better, moving better, and able then to do some strength training. Whereas in the morning, it's just not possible, right? It's just not. It's hard. It's not possible. It's not feasible. Just isn't going to happen. So definitely energy plays a role if that's a factor for you. Now, for most people, myself included, it's not so much about not having the energy to do it. It's about making sure that I have the time to do it. And so for me, mornings, they just work the best, because if I ever say, oh, I'll do it later in the day, if it gets past noon, it's in the afternoon, chances of me doing it, getting that workout in, getting my training session done, they are just like diminishing exponentially every minute that goes by, every minute it gets later in the day, until I'll just say, you know what, I'm just going to do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to start again another day. So put in your schedule when it fits your schedule is what I'm saying, unless you have a circumstance where energy is a major, major factor. And when we do that, here's what should happen. Here's what should happen in most cases. When we start doing something regularly at a certain time of day, our bodies will get the hint. Even if you might not be the most energized person first thing in the morning, what ends up happening over days and weeks is that you start to feel like you have more energy for it at that time because you've been doing it consistently at that time. Count on your body. Be confident that your body's going to adjust to what you're doing. Now, I'm not saying that working out all of a sudden gets like, oh man, that was so easy. I didn't even notice. I had so much energy. That was crazy. But what I mean is you don't feel so much like you're just fighting an uphill battle the whole time. Or maybe you still feel like you're fighting an uphill battle, but the climb just isn't quite so steep because your body adapts and it adjusts to the demands that you're placing on it at that certain time of day. So start with the schedule. Start at a time when you can do it consistently. And then in doing it consistently, just start doing it and doing it consistently. You're going to see that your body is going to adjust and the energy will follow the time that you selected to work out. So I know I talked about, breakfast and doing some other things, and we just kind of settled on the idea of working out. But that's the big question that I often get. When should I work out? What's the best time for me to work out? And I'm very, very hesitant to tell people, research shows this is the best time to work out, because I fear that if for that person it doesn't fit the schedule, it becomes an extra reason not to do it at a different time. Well, Nate said, it's best to work out at 7:38 p.m. And since I can't do it today, whatever, I guess I won't do it because 7:38 is booked. I'd rather us focus on finding a time for it to be consistent, for that movement to be consistent, a consistent piece of our life. And generally, if we can have it scheduled at the same time each day, it's easiest for us then to make sure that it's consistent. And when it's consistent, your body adapts and gives you the energy you need. So whatever time of day that you can make it happen consistently, that is without a doubt the best time of day for you to do it. Any benefits that come from, some little benefit that comes from doing it at a different time of day, hormone levels and whatever, is so minimal compared to just getting it done consistently. That getting it done consistently is where we're going to put our focus, and we're going to just deal with perhaps missing out on those little tiny benefits, because the bigger benefit of working out on a consistent basis, getting our movement in, exercising regularly, is going to bring us real results. Thanks so much for listening. I'm so grateful that you tuned in this week. I would love to know your thoughts on the topic of what time of day is the best day to work out. I'd love to know what time of day is the best day for you, or the best time for you to work out. Don't tell me the best day of week it is for you to work out. Tell me the best time of day for you to work out. I'm really curious to know. I have a feeling that I have an idea, most people in our community, when it is that they work out. So if you would be so kind, just find me on social media at Nate Slager. Send me a message. Tell me, hey Nate, here's my best time to work out during the day. It's morning, it's afternoon, it's evening, it's before lunch, whatever it is. I'd love to know. I'd love to continue this conversation with you there. But thanks again for listening. I'll talk with you soon.